What did they tell you about ulcer? Okay, they told you that it's because you are not eating, that's why you are coming down with ulcer, right? Okay, today I'm going to be enlightening you on what peptic ulcer is. I mean stomach ulcer. Let's get right along. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Deborah. You're on to Learned Tongue TV. Okay, part of my resolve this year is to enlighten you all on our health. So because like I said in my former video, if you've not watched that video 2024 what to expect, I told you that we're going to be bringing in health related talks on this show. So this is our very first edition and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to just get right into the video. Today I'm going to be talking about stomach ulcer. I mean, many people are down with the stomach ulcer and they don't even know why they have this ulcer or what it's all about. So today I hope you're going to find this video very enlightening. And so if you have loved ones who are probably going through having this ulcer and all that, do well to share this video with them. Don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. I'll just get right into the video. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video what an ulcer is, the types of ulcer we have, the symptoms of ulcer, how do you know you have ulcer, and then I'm going to be debunking some myth about ulcer, which is a popular opinion, but then you need to know better, because why do you have a girl as a pharmacist if I can't tell you the real truth about your health? Talking about ulcer, if you Google what ulcer is, most results will come out defining peptic ulcer. So don't worry, I'm going to break down all the big English. So to probably aid your understanding, I would like you to understand ulcer as a wound. So in a layman language, when we use the word medically ulcer, we are talking about a wound. Ulcer generally mean wound. So when we are having stomach ulcer, it means we have a wound in our stomach. I hope that is clear enough. So now it simply means, like I said earlier, a sore or a wound in the stomach. So there is a way God has made the stomach, and I'm going to be showing you some in, like you'll be seeing on your screen now. The stomach is made up of lining of walls that is called mucosal lining. So this mucosal lining are protective lining. They are supposed to protect your stomach from the harsh condition of the harsh this acidic condition of your stomach. So when this mucosal lining begin to deplete and then you begin to see something like a sore, that's when you're said to have stomach ulcer. Generally in a medical term we call it peptic ulcer. So the word peptic is from the Latin word pepticus, which means to digest. So when we talk about peptic, we are talking about everything that has to do with your digestive tract, which of course your stomach is part of it. So you may want to know that people who say I have ulcer, then we in medical field we're trying to find out, okay, which part of ulcer do you have? Is it stomach ulcer or duodenal ulcer? So now I'm going to break it down to you, because I'm here to enlighten you so that you can take a better charge of your health. Now there are two types of ulcer. You have stomach ulcer, you have what we call duodenal ulcer. So now let me tell you what it is. You already know your stomach, right? Now duodenal ulcer, there is something in your that makes up, remember the other time I said peptic is from the word pepticus, which means to digest, and that means we are talking about your digestive system. So now the word duodenal, part of your digestive tract is where we have duodenum. Intestine now, everybody know intestine. That's all those curly long tube in your stomach that aids your digestion. That's why you're here on this channel. You're here to learn. So the upper part of your intestine is what is called the duodenum. So when this ulcer, that means the wound I talked about the other time, is not in your stomach, it could also be in your duodenum. Do you understand that, sir? So when the wound is localized in your stomach, we call it stomach ulcer. When the wound is localized in your duodenum, we call it duodenal ulcer. I hope you are clear with that. So we have stomach ulcer, duodenal ulcer. If you get this particular thing I'm talking about, type I understand in the comment section. So now you may not want to be asking me, okay, I read that. So why am I having ulcer? What is causing this ulcer? Why do we have to have this ulcer? Now I'm going to get right into that. There are two major causes of ulcer. That's why I asked you earlier in the video, what have you heard that cause ulcer? You know, there are two major causes of ulcer. The first one is caused by an organism we call H. pylori. Okay, so Helicobacter pylori. That's what causes the ulcer. So the way God designed the stomach is that the stomach is a very acidic area, very acidic region. Most microorganism means those tiny living things that exist with us in the environment that you cannot see with your eyes, but they are capable of, some of them are capable of causing disease. One of them is this Helicobacter pylori. I talk about the H. pylori. So most of these microorganisms cannot survive the harsh acidic environment in the stomach. But there is this one coconut head microorganism called the H. pylori. So when it gets you get infested by this H. pylori, and there are many ways with which you can get infested. It could be maybe because somebody used the toilet, somebody who is a carrier used the toilet and then they didn't handle your food well. So you could be transmitted in every form. Microorganism could be transmitted through using infected spoon, infected you know, any food, through contamination of food and all that. So when you get infected by this microorganism, it attaches itself to that wall, like I mentioned the other time, the mucosal lining of your stomach. Remember, I told you that lining of your stomach is supposed to be protecting your stomach, right? So when it gets itself attached to that stomach, its activity for survival begin to, you know, expose, it depletes that thickness of that mucosal lining, that's your stomach, and then exposing your stomach to the harsh acid around the stomach. So that kind of, now you know the effect of acid. Now anywhere acid goes, it burns off whatever you have there. So you now start having the eroding away of that your stomach lining, and then you begin to have what we call sores in your stomach, which is what leads to stomach ulcer. So that is number one, the H. pylori. It's part of what causes ulcer. So this is telling you that if you don't want to come down with this, you should be careful of the food you eat. Make sure that all your food are well prepared. Make sure that you avoid contamination. When you use the toilet, you wash your hand. This simple hygiene that we all know. Wash your hand properly. Make sure that you don't share personal belongings. Personal belongings that you know you could contact a lot of body fluid from there. So that's one. Two, this one, we are the one that is causing it ourselves. Is the one that is caused by your everyday NSAIDs. When I say NSAIDs, I mean paracetamol, diclofenac, ibuprofen. Hey, I'm having a headache. Next thing, you have swallowed two paracetamol. Auntie, you are doing yourself more harm than good. Some people are even very funny. They will carry diclofenac and swallow. Diclofenac is a painkiller, a very strong painkiller. Some people are taking it morning, afternoon, night, every day of their life because they are always having body pain, and they feel like, if I don't take this drug, I'm not able to sleep. You are setting yourself up for stomach ulcer. So this NSAID, the way it works is that it's going to reduce the things that are supposed to protect the materials that you know create that mucosal lining. It reduces it, and when it reduces it, the end result is that your stomach is opened to acid erosion, and when acid is beginning to erode your stomach, it will be eating it up small, and then you have stomach ulcer. So these two are the major cause of ulcer. Now, what did you hear? What did they tell you about ulcer? what did they tell you that causes ulcer? Leave me a chat in the comment section. I'm still going to get right into it's because you are not eating, that's why you have ulcer. That's not 100% correct. But before I get right into it, let me quickly talk to you about ulcer. Because I ask my patients, my clients, when they walk into the pharmacy and they make some complaint, and I'm asking them, oh, do you have ulcer? They say, I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know if you have ulcer? And the truth is, many people actually are ulcer patients and they really don't know it because they don't know the symptoms associated with ulcer. So I'm going to be enlightening you a bit on ulcer, what the symptoms you may likely get if you're having ulcer. If you Google your symptoms, it will tell you have different rishi. So that's why I'm here to enlighten you. The first is that you have stomach pain. That's very, very common about ulcer pains. You have this burning pain, stomach pain, and most times it's usually localized at your upper part of your stomach. So when somebody come and they ask me, they tell me, oh, I'm having stomach pain, I usually ask them, what part of your stomach do you have this pain? If it's localized in the upper part of your stomach, then it's probably an ulcer pain. And that pain sometimes radiates to your back, to your lower back. That's probably a signal for ulcer pain. The pain also may go to your chest region, giving like a burning sensation. That's probably a signal that you are probably coming down with an ulcer pain. Another symptoms to watch out for is bloating. That feeling when you feel like your stomach is very full, like it's so full, yet maybe you probably have not eaten. It's so full, and when you touch it, it's painful. Sometimes it's not painful. That's gas, occupying your stomach. We call it bloating. So that feeling of fullness, or sometimes you feel that when you belch, you have this yama yama smell. That's bloating. It's also another symptom of ulcer. The intolerance to fatty food. Some people, when they eat oily food, they also, they feel so funny. They are not comfortable with it. Their system is not able to digest it well. That's it. That's another symptom. Number 4 is heartburn. What I explained earlier. That peppery feeling you feel around your chest region. That's heartburn. Then some people, they feel like they may have these symptoms all together. They're having the peppery feeling in their chest. Their stomach is paining them. It's radiating to the back. Then they may also be feeling nauseous. Nausea is that you have a feeling that you want to throw up, but you did not eventually throw up. That's nausea. So all these 5 that I have mentioned are major symptoms of ulcer. So they are the major symptoms of ulcer. Is there anyone I didn't mention that you have experienced? I want you to tell me in the comment section. I probably skipped that, or maybe it's not a common ulcer symptoms. There are other serious ones which just like the serious ones, like stool, maybe you see blood in your stool, or you are vomiting blood. Those are serious ulcer situation, and you shouldn't take it for lightly. If you see yourself coming down with these serious ulcer symptoms, please head straight to the hospital where you can get maximum care. By the way, if you have all these symptoms I've mentioned, you should actually see a medical doctor. Don't self-medicate. Don't go and type Google, with all these symptoms that Deborah has mentioned, I think I have ulcer, what should I use? Please don't self-medicate. Either see a pharmacist or you see a medical doctor. Now let's talk about your what you have heard about ulcer. They told you that if you do not eat well, you will come down with ulcer. That it's because you eat peppery food, that's why you come down with ulcer. That's not totally correct. Although this lifestyle, your lifestyle, your choice of lifestyle can impact on whether you will come down with ulcer eventually. That means increasing your risk of having ulcer, or worsening your ulcer if you already have it. So how does this work out? That means first one is if you are not eating well. That's you have a poor eating habit. Yes, and that should actually change in 2024. We are working towards being healthy, being spiritually strong, and just living our life to glorify God in 2024. So the first one is not eating correctly, or skipping your meals. If you skip meals, what you are doing is this. That's that you feel like your stomach is is, you know, you are feeling stomach tightness and all that, that's your stomach releasing plenty acids into your system. And remember that I told you one of the major cause of stomach ulcer is acid in the stomach, excess acid in the stomach. So when you don't eat, you are leaving your stomach to be empty, and then putting yourself at risk of coming down with ulcer. So don't skip meals except if you have to fast. If you have to fast for long, please drink enough water so that dilutes out the excess acid and you don't come down with stomach ulcer. God also wants us to be healthy, right? So the next one is if you eat spicy food. Many people love the heat in their food. Don't be afraid to have heat in your food, but do it minimally. Eating excess spicy food does not really make you come down with ulcer, but it can worsen the symptoms. The reason is because imagine that you already have ulcer and you pour pepper on top of wound. How does it feel? Exactly. That's exactly what you are doing. When you already have ulcer, you are eating spicy food, you are pouring pepper on top of your wound, and definitely you know what you are going to get. So if you already have ulcer, reduce the heat in your food so that you don't aggravate your symptoms. But it's not the spicy food that causes ulcer. But if you've not had ulcer, make sure you eat it at minimal level, and you eat it with other vegetables, you know, that can bring down the effect of the heat on your stomach a little. And then of course, your lifestyle is another thing you should look at. If you smoke, if you drink alcohol, know that you are putting yourself at risk of ulcer. And you know, you don't really want to come down with ulcer because it's not a funny experience. So you need to watch all those, and to prevent, we generally need to live a healthy lifestyle so that we can actually have not to prevent not just ulcer but any other form of diseases, right? So in my next video, so stay tuned, this is just a part 1 of the video. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about healthy practices that can help you improve your ulcer or prevent ulcer, the things you need to repent of. Those of you that have bad lifestyle that can actually make you come down with ulcer, I'm going to be talking about those practices, and you definitely don't want to miss all of these goodies